Hello TEQ crypto followers, welcome to our video. Today, we will be conducting a technical analysis of the Alchemy Pay coin. We will be examining both the 4-hour and daily charts and sharing our analysis with you. Starting with the supported levels, our highest resistance level is at 0.4493. Breaking through this level is important for us. Looking at the lower levels, we can see that it bounced off the level of 0.2275 in the past. However, with 2 or even 3 touches, we can interpret its quick rise above this level as a false breakout. Moreover, the recent candle has broken the downtrend in an upward direction with high volume, which is a positive sign. Additionally, there is a small rising trend here, which we have drawn for the past 3 days. Moving on to the resistance levels, the level of 3.060 is significant for us due to the touches on this level. There are 2 touches on this level, and the current third touch is moving quickly upward, which is a significant movement. The recent breakout is interpreted positively, and examining the 4-hour chart, we see a downtrend in line with the larger chart. The breakout occurred near the end of the second day, rather than the third day. With the participation that came at this point, we can see that it has started to rise again after a 3-period drop. Of course, we have drawn an arrow here. Why did we draw this arrow? According to RSI, we have drawn this arrow because on this date, the RSI value was around 49.5 levels, and if we come to this date, it is approximately at the 58 levels. We can say that the reason is, when the price movements are falling, if the RSI indicator is rising, we interpret it as a positive divergence, and the price movements are likely to rise. If we look at the predictions from this positive divergence, we can say that there was a 3% rise of about 10%. This is a significant increase. In addition, the rising trend we just saw in the daily period is here. This is the 4-hour period, and the price movements can reach this point in 4 hours and continue upward. However, we do not want this level to break down in the 4-hour period. This is also an important point. Now let's go back to the daily period and continue our examination of the moving averages. The price movements have been held by the 200-day moving average. This is interpreted as quite positive. Similarly, let's remove the arrow here first. The 8-day moving average has also been broken upward, giving us a very nice buy signal. However, the 20-day moving average has not been broken yet. We want it to break in the coming days, of course. If it breaks from this point, we may see a further rise in price movements. We have shared the important points with you. The level of 3.016 is important here. In addition, if this part is broken, the level of 44.93 is of great importance to us. Actually, both the indicators, moving averages, and divergences are giving us buy signals. However, it is important to be cautious. Finally, let's take a look at 2 indicators for ACH coin. If we look at Fisher, it generated a buy signal on May 13th with an approximate breakout, indicating a strong breakout when Fisher is far away from zero. The breakout at the level of 7.41 can also be interpreted as a strong buy signal. The price movements have already risen significantly, and we can expect the uptrend to continue as long as there is no downward breakout. Additionally, if we look at the wave trend indicator, it also generated a buy signal on the same day with strong confirmation. The indicator confirms the strong buy signal at level 7. However, we should pay attention to one thing in wave trend indicator, which is to monitor the price movements closely when the momentum begins to decrease. This is because the price decline may begin after the momentum starts to decrease. We should keep this in mind. In this video, we shared the technical analysis of ACH coin. If you liked the video, please click the like button. To stay updated on our future videos, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Hello TEQ crypto followers, welcome to our video. Today, we will share the technical analysis of AVAX coin with you. First of all, if we look at my daily charts, we can say that price movements continue in a square area of support and resistance. The orange area here is where the price movements are currently taking place. However, due to the downward break of the uptrend in recent days, there is a decline in price movements. We have already shared this in our previous videos. In this video, we will also perform our analysis on the 4-hour period. If we look at it now, the price movements have broken down, as we said in the daily period. However, of course, we see that it has fallen to the support zone. The important thing is whether we will see an upward reaction from this support zone. Let's take a look at this together now. First of all, let's examine the price movements on the 4-hour period, friends. Why did I draw this here? If I need to show it quickly, we open the RSI indicator and draw an arrow from this point to this point. As you can see, while the price movements are falling in this area, we see that the RSI is rising, and this is important, because this is interpreted as a positive divergence. If such a situation occurs, it will not be wrong to expect a rise in price movements. So, what are the points we need to pay attention to here? If we look at them, first of all, our intermediate support and resistance areas will be important. That is, the levels of 15.96 or 15.74 are important for us. Drawing this area as a resistance zone will be useful. Friends, price movements tend to fluctuate around these levels. As it appears, the price is breaking downwards. After a pullback, price movements tend to begin to fall. Currently, we can still say that the price is falling. If we were to draw a downtrend line from here, we would want price movements to rise above the falling purple line. If we were to draw a trend line in the RSI on the lower part, we can see that the trend in the RSI has actually broken downwards. This is negative, and we can say that the price movements could fall further. However, it is important to remember that there is no rule that positive divergence will always occur. Now, we have shared our 4-hour comments here. Let's return to our daily comments and continue our analysis with our other indicators. If we look at the Fisher indicator, Fisher has created a break around May 15th, giving us a very nice buy signal at level 3. However, we can also say that Fisher can continue to move downwards. There is nothing wrong with that. But since Fisher has broken, we can interpret this as a buy signal, of course. It would not be right for us to trade based on a single indicator. So, it is important to be cautious. Regarding the break in Fisher, we can interpret it as follows: unless there is any downward break, there is also a possibility of seeing an increase in price movements. Let's say this here, and continue our analysis with our WAVA trend indicator. We created a break on May 15th with WAVA trend, giving us a strong buy signal of 7. The reason for this strong signal is that it created a break in the oversold zone. In line with our comments on Fisher, unless there is any downward break, we can also see an increase in price movements according to WAVA trend. Let's say this as well. Regarding our 200-day moving average comment, as we mentioned in our previous video, the price movements primarily need to break upwards from the 8-day moving average and then urgently rise above the 200-day moving average. We supported this in our previous video and we support it here as well. If we look at the moving averages on the 4-hour chart, the 8-day moving average is actually continuing downward. However, we want the price movements to break upward through this 8-period moving average. Of course, moving averages provide much better results on a daily basis. Therefore, the upward break of the 8-day moving average on a daily basis will be more positive for us. We have shared our support and resistance areas with you. We also examined our price movements retrospectively. What is important for us is not to break the lower support. But what we urgently want is for the intermediate resistance zone to be broken upward, and for the price movements to enter the rising trend channel again as soon as possible. In this video, we shared the technical analysis of AVAX coin with you. If you like the video, you can click the like button. You can also subscribe to our channel to be notified of future videos. Thank you for watching. See you in the next videos. Goodbye. Hello TEQ crypto followers, welcome to our video where we will share the technical analysis of Gala coin. We already have a video about Gala coin in the past. We have been saying that the reaction has been negative since the uptrend here was broken downwards. Likewise, seeing that the downtrend continues is actually interpreted as negative for us. However, if we look at our support and resistance areas, we have not seen any upward movement from the 0.2694 level. This is interpreted as positive for us. Of course, this does not necessarily mean that the price movements will turn around. The yellow downtrend here breaking upwards is actually a signal to us that needs to be mentioned for us to say that the price movements have turned around. Along with this, the price movement's first breaking point that we want to see is 3.609, of course. There were two contacts in the past. If the breakthrough occurs at this point, we can say that it has fallen even more. Therefore, this is a very important point for us. If we look at the price movements in the 4-hour period, we drew an arrow here, friends. I will also show you why I drew that arrow. However, let's also say that we have the opportunity to draw a downtrend here. The downtrend has broken upwards in the 4-hour period. Therefore, this is actually a very nice and important point for us. It does not mean that the 4-hour period is insignificant for us. After all, the downtrend has broken upwards in 4 hours. It is important for us. Along with this, if we look at the RSI indicator here, RSI 50 level is broken upwards, both upwards and upwards. The movement is still above the 50 level. The most important thing here is price movements. It is currently dropping, but the RSI indicator is rising, which means there is a divergence. This is a positive divergence, which implies that the price movements will rise. Therefore, it is important to interpret it this way. Additionally, there is an opportunity to draw a small descending trend line here, which can be interpreted as a small triangle. If we erase this, we can see more clearly that the descending trend line has been broken upwards, and we can say that the rising trend has almost started. This is an important breakthrough in the 4-hour period. It can also be interpreted as an important buying opportunity, but of course, caution is advised. After placing a stop loss 2% below the entry point, you can continue with your transaction. This way, even if you experience a loss, it will be a very small amount. We must not forget this. Let's continue with our analysis on the daily chart. We have examined the RSI indicator. Now, if we look at our moving averages, price movements are still below the moving averages. The 8-day moving average has broken upwards on the last day, which is quite positive. Additionally, we want the 20-day moving average to break, and most importantly, we want the 200-day moving average to break upwards. Because the 200-day moving average is currently hovering just a little above the 3,609 resistance level. Therefore, it is very important. After this point is broken, a large position can be taken. Of course, caution is advised. As we mentioned before, we should place a stop loss just below the entry point to avoid losses. We can interpret it this way. Examining coins such as Gala coin or any other coins in our videos, we try to support you. Let's mention this here. If we examine two more of our indicators, which indicators give us rapid signals? If we look at the Fisher indicator, we can say that it gave us a strong buy signal with a negative 6.91 level on May 10th, creating a strong breakthrough. If no downward break occurs, we can say that the rise in price movements will continue according to the Fisher indicator. Additionally, if we look at the WAVA trend indicator after the Fisher has closed, we can see that a breakthrough occurred on May 12th, which we interpret as a strong buy signal. Because this break is occurring in an oversold zone, we can say that a strong buy signal has been given. In fact, if we make a similar comment to fire, we can also expect an upward movement in price if there is no downward break. We can also say this according to the wave indicator. Additionally, my friends, this indicator shows momentum. The purple you see here is momentum. If momentum starts to decline, we are likely to see a drop in price movements as well. Therefore, after momentum starts to decline, we may have the opportunity to sell earlier by looking at different indicators and technical analysis tools. I'll mention this here as well. Let's slowly come to the end of our video. In this video, we shared the technical analysis of Gala Games coin with you. If you like the video, you can click the like button. You can also subscribe to our channel to be informed about future videos. Thank you for watching. See you in the next videos.